There may be a time in your life when you feel very, very low, when you feel as though the world is on your shoulders, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. Last year I went through a quite severe episode of depression that I didn't realise I was walking into. It was something that I was aware that things were changing, behaviours were changing, but I didn't really know what it meant. So I just started working in the new Farnborough office, and Sarah Bastasian was my line manager. Trouble was, at the same time I was going home to some quite stressful situations. My wife and I, that had been married for 20 years, were going through quite a rough patch, and as a result I'd leave a stressful environment at work to go home to an equally stressful environment. At the same time as well, my middle daughter was suffering with severe depression and anxiety, which resulted in having no downtime really. So I would leave work, travel home, in the traffic, get home, maybe have an argument with my wife, and if I wasn't arguing with my wife, I'd probably be consoling my daughter, which obviously took its toll on me. So I found myself going into the office, sitting at my desk, not being able to concentrate on anything. I'd stare at the screen. I found myself not being able to deal with things, getting very forgetful, getting very confused, which stressed me out even more because I found that I wasn't doing my job properly, which frustrated me. So I took it upon myself to confide in Sarah and just say, look, I've got a lot going on at home. This is what's happening with my wife, my daughter.
So when you came and told me, first of all, that there was issues at home, that was a trigger for me to start keeping an eye. But what I started to see probably worried me more, and it wasn't the Gary that I knew, and I knew something serious must have been happening for you to be so out of character. So from the point when we realised that we needed to support you, so first of all I engaged Lydia from a HR point of view, and because I knew she had a mental health background. And then when we kind of met with you, we already had in mind giving you 2 weeks off. I remember you saying, I'll be back after 1 week, it'll be fine. What am I going to do for a week? And then when we spoke to you after 2 weeks, you were like, wow.
During that 2 weeks, hit me like a bus. I say time to think. I just morphed into this person that I didn't even know existed. I didn't want to see anybody, didn't want to go out.
So Lydia put you in contact with the counsellors that we have access to help you talk that through with somebody independently, and looked at actually rolling that time over to make sure that you came back when you were ready, not when you ran out of time, basically.
The most important thing is making sure that your people are mentally fit and mentally well. We have a lot of support available to our people, including a team of mental health first aiders. Our role is to approach and assist with any crisis. It's to listen and to communicate non-judgmentally. It's to give support and information. It's to encourage appropriate professional help and encourage other supports.
Being in the construction industry all my life, only recently working in the office and spending most of my time out on site over the years, I never thought this day would happen. But it has, and I'm glad that it has, because it's taught me a lot about myself, and it's taught me that it's okay to talk about things, and if you don't talk about things, then it's not going to get resolved. You have to talk to people, be it friends, family, work colleagues, anyone that you trust really. You won't believe the relief that you feel when you've spoken to somebody and actually feel that, you know, you're not the only person. And as most people would say about any kind of mental illness, it doesn't last forever. This is how it feels now, but it's not how things are going to be in the future. Things will change.